Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariah May. I also go by the name of Glamour. I'm a British pro wrestler and I love to make YouTube videos and I love Animal Crossing. So today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make unique paths. I know paths are such a struggle because they take up so many custom slots. I'll give you a glimpse into my custom designs now. So the pathways that I used were these kind of nice different shades of wood. But a lot of the paths I used were actually the in-game ones. But there are different ways that I kind of made them unique and made them a little bit different so they didn't look super basic. I think going with the in-game paths is a really good idea because they take up less custom slots and they're subtle, they're natural, they really blend with your island, they don't look over the top. The problem is with a lot of the pathways that you get is they take up like 8 slots. And you know, if you want to kind of vary it up, you end up eating up all of your slots. I made that mistake the first time around when I played the game, so this time I tried to do something different. So a really cool way to just kind of make them a little bit different is by putting a custom path on top. So for example, I have these little cherry blossoms. My island is pastel themed, so of course I have them for loads of different areas. And then one day I accidentally placed it down onto the stone path, but I thought it looked so cool. I thought it was a really nice way to kind of make it a little bit more pretty and cutesy, but still keep it subtle, still keep it blending. And again, that's 1 custom slot versus 8. Another thing that I do is use these 2 little plank paths to kind of connect each area. So you'll see this a lot. I actually did a full island tour. You'll see this a lot throughout my whole island. And I always use these just to connect all the different colors that I have. I think it's really cool when you can kind of vary them and do 1 and 2. I think that looks really nice. I have them in 2 different directions, so they take up 2 slots, but it's a really nice way to connect the paths and add a little bit more detail. A really good example of that is down here where I use it as almost like a divider, and so I use the basic in-game path and then I use these to divide it depending on which direction you want to go in. And I think it's such a nice cute little touch just to kind of add some variation into the path, but again, it's 2 slots rather than 8. Another way I made a cute little pathway was by varying the little plank path with these stepping stones. Now, normally the planks are literally reserved for connecting paths, but I just thought it was such a nice little thing to have for my little kind of secret garden over here, and I think it looks so nice. So again, here's a really good example. I kind of did well in picking white and pink because it blends really well with all the different paths that I have. And another way to make a cute pathway is by curving the corners like this. Originally with this corner, I was going to kind of just make it into just one big bend and kind of come up here with it. But I just gave it a try and I think it looks so nice. It looks really elegant. I like the little bends it has to it. And I think it's a really nice way, again, doesn't take up custom slots. It adds a bit more detail to it and it makes it look more than what it is. Another cool way to customize your path is by making stepping stones. So the way I did these was by using the in-game paths because they're a very small square, whereas custom paths are a very large square. And they look a bit bulky and it's kind of hard to do stepping stones because they would connect. So I used the in-game path to make these small squares and I actually varied the paths, so like I did wood and stone just so they didn't connect up or link up in any way. And sometimes if like you try to make stepping stones out of the same path, it might try and connect them. So I made this from varying different base game patterns and then I just put my custom design on top. This was a really good idea because it meant that it blended with the rest of my pathways that I had in the game without being super bulky and big like most custom designs are. And then another really good example of using your custom patterns to kind of make more out of the in-game paths is right here in my little beauty salon. Obviously this is very mermaid themed and I did have this custom path that I use on the beaches. It's just these cute little pink seashells, so I scatter it across the beaches. But a really cool way to kind of make this look more than what it was by actually reusing that custom design here, and it goes so well. They're very subtle. Obviously they've got a transparent background, it looks like it's kind of like tiling in a way, so I'm very happy with how that turned out. And then here's a really good example of how I had to use stone and then the other kind of stone just to make sure that these didn't connect, and then I just put the custom path on top of it so it blends with this whole area. That's how I saved custom slots and made unique little pathways. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please do subscribe and turn notifications on. I make a ton of utility videos as well as island tours and other fun stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.